Yes, we are live. Okay, so hello everyone. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining. So I will be talking about the Home Educators Network briefly before we have Britta come in. Home Educators Network and Academy, so that you are aware what we offer and the things we do and the things we have been doing. About us, our vision is to equip and support parents and home tutors with the right mindset and skills to deliver their roles effectively. Our cardinal values are integrity, relationship, and excellence. Yes, some of the things we do in the network. Okay, we have the academy and we also have outreaches. Under the academy, we have several courses that we offer, and I'll talk about them in a moment. Achievements. Yes, in the last year, this organization has given 10 scholarships and is giving out 31 certificates to those who took the homeschool like a pro course this August. It has been a journey of transformation for these parents, from overwhelm to calm, from confusion to direction, from fear to confidence. And this also can be you. So please reach out to us. For anyone who needs this brochure will be sent to everyone who registered. So if you want this brochure, please make sure you register and you get that in your mail. We also have the Train Up a Child community. It's a community on Facebook that began November 2019. We're just about 10 months now with a membership of over 1,700. Okay, we also had our first conference this year, January this year, and it was amazing. So we look forward to having you on the community. It's on Facebook. Yes, we also have another community called the Raising Book Lovers on WhatsApp. Here, it's our vision to support and encourage parents to raise outstanding children and leaders by instilling the love for books from a young age. Please, you can send a message to that number. Just screen grab it. All right. And of course, the next initiative or achievement is the Homeschool Africa Convention, one of our very first convention, of course, the first of its kind. And this convention has been on since yesterday. You can get the videos on YouTube at the Homeschool Pro ZOB. Okay. So courses at our academy, we have creating an atmosphere for learning at home. We have homeschooling like a pro. We have laying a solid foundation. We have nurturing creatives and redefining children's education using living books. This redefining children's education using living books will be coming up late September. So you want to keep in touch. Creating an atmosphere for learning, let me just tell you briefly about it. This course will literally open your eye and mind to amazingly easy and poignant strategies that would transform your parenting and children's learning capabilities. It's amazing the results that you get. I keep hearing from parents when they take this course. It's always amazing. You will be able to create a vision statement for your family and for your education. If you remember, Pam emphasized this yesterday, and she also talked about it. You need a vision. You need a vision for the family. It's so helpful. You will get a goal-setting guide. You will also get to understand the role, your role as your child's primary teacher. Okay? Your child's primary teacher, trainer, mentor, coach. You will learn natural learning principles that will keep you in awe and motivate you to do more with your children. We are running a discount now. Sorry, excuse me. Wow, I'm so sorry. So sorry. I'm back. I had to rush out. There was quite an emergency. I'm sorry about that.
It's okay.
So we have a convention. Sorry, we have the convention and discount, which is going for 7,000 naira. So if you are able to catch on that discount ends on the 18th of August. On the 18th of August, a Tuesday. The actual price is actually 20,000 naira. All right. So we also have the course Homeschooling Like a Pro. Honestly, it's possible, it's doable, you know, and we are going to be walking through lots of things. You know, the internet is actually filled with lots of information about homeschooling. And I tell you, it can be very overwhelming. And you will need some tailor-made information for our client, for you to really get the picture. Homeschooling in Africa, homeschooling in these times. Okay, so I made an effort with this course to really bring that picture out. You're going to be learning methodologies, you're going to be learning how to tackle challenges, you know, of homeschooling and so much more. You're going to be learning about discipline, how to get your children more disciplined even while you homeschool, because that is a plus, that is always a problem. Many people face that challenge. So you're going to be learning that in this course. The actual price is 40,000 naira, but the convention discount is going for 25. So if you lash on it before Tuesday, you get there at 25,000 naira. Laying a solid foundation, okay? Laying a solid foundation is a new course, right? It's a new course. And it's coming up in December, okay? Giving your child the right habits will end lots of frustration. We will give you procedures and strategies to implement seamlessly, okay? This is coming up in December. But if you lash on the convention discount, you get it for 10,000 naira, but the actual price is 25,000 naira. Okay, so you have nurturing creatives, okay? We have nurturing creative. Do you wish to nurture your children's creativity? Do you want to support your children to be all they can be? This is very possible. So we have packaged this program to help you. It's coming up in September, and it's going for 7,000 naira if you lash on the discount. Okay, that will be occurring in a Zoom class. 2 days. Okay, so We also do consulting and coaching. Our major programs are discipline clinic and also home education coaching. So what's the discipline clinic about? We help you to get to the root cause of behavioral issues, and we also find and provide workable solutions. Okay, we have 6 contents with you, and each content, 4 contents has 20 minutes. It's 20 minutes phone call. Okay, you also have tasks and also have accountability. It's been amazing the results you get. You don't have to sit on that problem and until it turns to something else. You can get help. When it starts like that, it's better to nip it in the bud before this thing grows into something you can't work with anymore. So the earlier the better. So the price is 10,000 naira. Okay, so homeschool coaching. So yes, this is also a new one. So we have opened up to coaching. We've done it in different ways, but we have rebranded it, you know, and to be coached by me. So what we'll be doing in the coaching is that you'll be getting accountability. Accountability will have times where you will set your goals for the week, and we will hold you accountable to those goals until you do them. We'll also have goal setting and planning your homeschool. I will work with you on that. I will also assist you to organize your homeschool to foster learning, your home to foster learning. This is very important. This is why some of us find it easier, because our homes are organized to foster learning. Okay, the actual price is 30,000 naira, but you can get this discount because of the convention for 15. Now, for people, this is only open to people who have taken my course, Homeschool Like a Pro. If you haven't taken it, you need to take it to be able to join the session. The session is going to be in a group. It's a group coaching, but not more than 10 persons. So hurry and keep your slot. For one-on-one, I do one-on-one coaching for 70,000 naira. Okay, so yes. Okay, so we would love to have you at the academy. Yes, we'd love to have you. Knowledge is the best gift you can give yourself on the journey of intentional parenting. You do not need to do trial and error. You can have less regrets. Remember, there is no time. Children grow very fast. We assure you a phenomenal experience here, a listening ear, and lots of wisdom. We hope to see you at the academy soon. Don't forget to tell someone about us. Thank you. All right, so okay. So we're going to have Britta on right now. Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we're going to have Britta on right now. I know Britta is very ready for us today.
I am.
Yeah, so.
Okay.
Britta is such an amazing person, really. I just got to know her, but I can say that much about her. She has these 2 beautiful children who are entrepreneurs. You won't believe that a 3-year-old is an entrepreneur already. And Britta is the founder of the Purposeful Parenting Paradigm. She's also a purposeful parenting coach. She holds a master's in public health. Please, let's welcome Britta to Homeschool Africa Convention 2020. I keep on removing the Africa. It's very important. Homeschool Africa Convention 2020. You're welcome, Britta. The floor is all yours now.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you. Could you please enable sharing screen for
Okay, yes,
me?
please. I'll do that.
Thank you.
I've done that.
Thank you very much, Z. Okay, so screen one and share. Okay. Hello, absolutely fine. Hello, Z, can you hear me? Z, can you hear me? Can anybody else hear me at all? I think I've probably lost Z. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for the go ahead. So it's my pleasure to be here. Thank you again for having me. I think it's wonderful that no matter where we are in the world at the moment, we really come together and learn from each other. And thank you, Z, for organizing this amazing event. It's been wonderful. I learned so much yesterday, and I look forward to using all the knowledge and experiences myself. Okay, so before I start today, I'd like you to get to know me a little bit more. You know my name, Britta Ofori-Kuragu, as you've already heard. I'm actually from Ghana, yay. But I currently live in the UK with my husband and our two children called Prince and Betty. Prince is actually turning 7 on Monday and very 3.5 years old. I'm actually on a mission to support mothers to help their children to develop their income and build an enterprise around their natural talents and true essence. So on that note, my topic is developing your child's entrepreneurial capabilities. So henceforth, I intend to share with you some of the useful knowledge and experiences I have gathered so far while raising two young entrepreneurs. I'll just move this about on my screen a bit. Sorry about this. Me personally, the big why for developing a child's entrepreneurial capability so that there'll be purposeful positions and responsibility. I'm passionate about this topic because following the theme of relaxing your child's capabilities in a way that is fun and enjoyable for your child and yourself is just icing on the cake. That is why it is extremely important that your child's unique interest and passion and natural gifts and talent. So, but before I go, I think we lost the connection. Can everybody hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, but it's low a bit and it's breaking.
Yes. Oh. Okay, but it's back on again.
Okay.
Apologies for that. I'm not quite sure what went on there. So I'm quite sure at what point it cut off, but I was saying this journey of mine started in 2016 when our son Prince was 3 years old and started nursery school. Is my screen sharing, Z? Can you see my screen?
No.
You can't. Okay. I beg your pardon. I'm just trying to work this again. Okay. Let me start all over. Okay, and I'll go back into screen sharing. Thank you for your patience. I'm not quite sure what's happening with the internet today. Yesterday was absolutely fine.
I can see it now.
Perfect. Thank you so much for that. And thank you for your patience. So where was I? Talking about the fact that this journey of mine started in 2016 when our son Prince was 3 years old and started nursery school. And it became obvious that he was having real struggles at school. When we got home from the meeting, I actually cried because at the meeting, it felt like Prince had already been written off. He wasn't even being given a chance. I was not going to accept that. So I made the decision right away to do whatever I could to make sure I support him overcome the challenges. So sending me onto a whole new path of self-discovery regarding what motherhood meant to me, how my own childhood experiences was subconsciously affecting my parenting, and what it would actually take to meet Prince's needs. I made the realization that to become the mother Prince actually needed, I needed to embark on a journey of rediscovering myself and trying to find out how my own childhood was affecting my parenting, and to do a lot of inner work and healing. That's when I discovered conscious parenting. I'll get more into the parenting approach to enable you develop your child's entrepreneurial capabilities. But first, I want to share a little about Prince and Verity's little enterprises with you, just so you can wrap your head around what is actually for your children to build a little business around their unique. Okay, so this is actually a newspaper article that a journalist contacted us and did about the children when we set up a pop-up shop at a Christmas gift and craft fair last Christmas. Yeah, so Prince has a little business called Plush Play Soap Bites. I'll move this out of the way. Called Plush Play Soap by Prince. And with my support, solid hand wash soap with toys inside them. And his little business came about when I had spent quality time together, bonding and in a craft. I had discovered that his love language is quality time, languages. It's important to try and figure out what your child's love language is. It could be that they love to be showered with gifts, could be that they put words of affirmation. There are actually five languages, like physical touch, something like quality time together, and like for them. So I found out Prince's love language was, and so we used to always come up with ideas about how we could spend quality time together. And this time we did a bit of research and we agreed that we will look at making. So that's how the decision came by. And Prince said he thought it would be absolutely cool to put dinosaurs in the soaps because he absolutely loves dinosaurs. We have dinosaurs lie every now and again. You sit in dinosaurs in the sofa, on the couch. You step on dinosaurs in the house. But it's all for the love of it. So we ordered everything we needed, and one Saturday in February 2019, we went to the kitchen and created his first ever dinosaur. You can see him holding it in the picture. Yeah, so the next day was a Sunday, and we took the soap to church. And during junior church, in Africa in Sunday school, the children did some painting, and when their hands got dirty, after the painting, they used the soap to wash their hands, and everybody commented on wash their hands. We subsequently made and distributed a few samples after, and we started this, and the rest is history. So that's how Prince's business came into existence. Some mothers have also told us how awful the soap is for their children living with autism. Okay, so now I'll go on to Verity's little business. Verity business is called Full Identity by Verity. This all came about when Verity was probably just a little under 2 years old. Her raiding my jewelry box, and I found my dangle earrings all over hair. And this happened a number of times. So I think that probably my YouTube and found videos on how to make hair accessories. So I also bought some very colorful Ankara and Kente fabrics, and we'll usually spend time together making some hair accessories. Verity was amazing at choosing which fabrics she wanted. She went for the bright and colorful one. And so you can see in the picture some of the early hair accessories we made. And before long, we had people inquiring about the hair accessories, and that's how Verity's business started. So this coincided with Verity receiving her first ever doll on her second birthday in 2019. But hers was not as fancy as this one. It looked similar, but it didn't have all the fancy things in the hair. As time went by, she started calling her doll Baby Verity, and she carried Baby Verity everywhere she went. She absolutely loved her doll. Not long after, we realized there was a huge gap in the market for Black dolls, and that's how the Baby Verity doll became the biggest part of Verity's product range. So that's Verity there holding, yes, a packaged doll, and she named it Baby Verity. It was the name we kept, and on the packaging it says Baby Verity. So again, I want to emphasize the fact that it is possible to build a business around your child's interest and the things they naturally gravitate towards. She has an online shop on Etsy from different and brought so much happiness and much involved in the order fulfilling process. And as a 3-year-old, her favorite part of doing it all is sticking on the labels onto the pattern. Sometimes I let customers that aiming for perfect children have try to maintain the highest possible standards for our supporters for this. So I've shared all of this with you just to demonstrate to you what is actually possible for your child. I want you to know that it's absolutely possible to build an enterprise around your child's unique interests and the things they naturally service. Okay. So I want to now go into today, which is developing your child's entrepreneurial capabilities. But first of all, let's face it, not everyone is an entrepreneur or a business owner. We all cannot be entrepreneurs and we cannot all be business owners. However, the absolute beauty of helping your child to develop entrepreneurial skills is that those capabilities are extremely useful whether your child decides to have a business or career. For me, the whole purpose of this is for you to be able to help out and then to make interest in true essence. So let's look at this. Let's look at this. I have done a fair bit of research, and the entrepreneurial skill capabilities and traits that I have come across in addition to my own experiences include things like problem solving, how to sell, creativity, co-thinking, asking questions, building relationships, leadership. The list goes on and on and on and on. However, I have managed to condense it into 5 key areas of creativity and innovation, which is the first one, emotional intelligence, mindset and spirituality, which is the second one, financial literacy, which is the third one, service to others, and soft skills. So I'm going to go right into them. Are essential entrepreneurial skills to nurture in your child. Not only does it provide an initial idea for a project or business or product, but it also helps throughout the course of a child's life when it comes to problem solving and overcoming challenges. Children with mind and a desire for exploration and experimentation. And it's important to empower them with the tools and resources to be able to do so. Our lovely speaker yesterday, Debbie Paul, talked at length about this regarding the importance of nurturing our children's curiosity, and she did a great job at it. So it's going back to have a look at that video because she spent a great deal of time on it when she talked about intention. So nurturing your child's curiosity and creative mind with the flexibility to think outside the box and use their imagination to solutions to everyday problems in life, as well as challenges in the future. And as we all know, solutions to problems requires being innovative and very resourceful to be able to create something out of nothing. And that's how entrepreneurs are made, okay? Creativity gives a child the ability to think about various pieces of problems or come up with ideas. It gives a child the opportunity to make mistakes, which is very important. Mistakes help grow. Some of us grew up being afraid of making mistakes. Okay, so this is just a picture of Prince. He said he was doing an excavation, and the tool he is using can be found in every kitchen, every African kitchen. So that just goes to highlight the fact that he loves dolls, and it's a recurring theme. And a lot of the products he has. So give the child those mistakes and presents them with learning opportunities to keep improving and doing better, take calculated risks. Okay. Another essential entrepreneurial skill to develop in your child is emotional intelligence, which covers things like resilience, a can-do attitude, a positive and growth mindset, and faith. What is emotional intelligence? It is basically emotional intelligence determines our ability to manage our feelings and relationships and our emotions as well. It covers things like self-awareness, self-regulation, empathy, social skills. All of these attributes are essential, not only in daily life, but in personal and professional relationships as well. You know, having a positive mindset is a direct result of emotional intelligence, and it fosters optimism and resilience, can-do attitude, and has an impact on every aspect of life. It empowers children to be disciplined, when to ask for help, and communicate their needs effectively. So entrepreneurship requires a great amount of risk taking. No matter how old you are, failure isn't easy to deal with, but it can be especially devastating for children. If you're going to go down the route supporting them to develop a business, it's important that you focus on developing them mentally and emotionally as well. Sometimes when I helped up the pop-up shop at the Christmas, everyone who visited the stall bought his soap. However, he knew that for every no he got, you know, when he called people over to the stall to buy, for every no he got, there would be a yes. He understands that not everyone would want or need what he has to offer, and that's okay. In the end, those who felt the product will meet their needs, soaps, and by the end of the day, 2 products had completely sold. That's the reason why it is crucial to start as early as possible, empowering your child with the tools and skills to embrace failure and learn from their mistake and be persistent so they don't give up on themselves. The result we use for intelligence is actually called Big Life Journal, and you can actually via my website, Purposeful Parenting Time. When we finish, you need more info on this, you can by all means drop me a message, but it has to do with growth mindset and, you know, building a can-do attitude with children. And this is the time when Prince and Verity and I were sitting together going through all the posters and things that come with that resource. Okay. So having a growth mindset, like I said, is a vital part of this. The best predictor of success in one's life is the mindset. Our mindset controls the way we talk to ourselves in the privacy of our own heads. And it's reflected in our thoughts and actions as well. So equipping your child with a growth mindset means they will learn to take risks, see challenges, failure, and setbacks as an opportunity to learn, to grow, and improve with the right effort and strategies. So teaching your child how to recognize and deal with their big feelings and emotions found the foundation of emotional intelligence. Shows that children are emotionally, mentally, and psychosocially more grounded and healthier in that way. And all of these are attributes which are important in entrepreneurship. So here are a few things I would like for you to consider in terms of helping your child deal with emotions and feel their big feelings. So be able to be aware of your own feelings and emotions and why you feel what you feel in order to have any kind of empathy for your child, you will be able to emotional coach them, support them, not just to see emotions as an opportunity, connection, and teaching. We also need to know that all behavior, what we will consider misbehavior, is actually the child communing with us. They're communicating and needing to get more things. So therefore, it gives us an opportunity and through those challenging feelings. It is important to hold space, child, and listen and validate their feelings. Give a child the full attention they need when they're expressing their emotion. I have a bit of an example. The validating emotions is important to me when it comes, and I know that they're kind of picking up on everything I've been doing with them, because earlier this week, I think it was on Wednesday, 80% this I had prepared for this presentation, for this talk, when the computer froze and I tried to restart it and I lost all my work. And it really had to work on another project. And so after all the hard work I had put in on doing this, it was quite painful. So I started, but he was working from home to try and retrieve the document, but we couldn't. And the prince very much shoulder, and Verity was like, it's all helps you to feel better. And when you feel better, you can do your work all over again. And Mommy, it's okay. Just believe you can do it. And mistakes will help us to grow. Brought me some water. So I don't think we learned this out of the blue. I think it all down to, you know, the way in which I try to emotional coach them. It's not to brag, but it's very, very important that we validate our children. That's the only way they will learn to manage their own things themselves as well, and to have empathy for other people, which is really, really important. We need to try and help our children to problem solve with boundaries, because all emotions are acceptable, but all behaviors are not. With her emotions by developing problem solving skills. And an example I can give is, instead of, you know, when they're angry, instead of throwing things, you know, maybe you could help them to learn to take deep breaths and calm down, because when you're focused on your breathing, you do not have time to throw things both at once. So those are little things that you could help your child to do. And all of these are available on the platform Big Life Journal. And yes, you can access them. So teach your child affirmations. Let them say to themselves things like, I'm strong, I'm kind, I'm beautiful, I'm intelligent, I'm brave. Let them affirm these things. Too much that influences our children. But once they are fortified up here in their own minds, you know, they will be able to deal with any challenges that come externally. Because teaching children to believe that there is more to them than meets the eye helps to elevate their sense of consciousness. They become self-aware and learn to tap into their divine source of power, which is God, and they learn to trust the process of small beginnings. We believe in God, trust that He has blessed all of us with unique gifts and talents. We're supposed to share those gift talents with wealth and impactively. So having a mindset like that just helps you to move forward in life. This is why your values as a family, this is where values as a family come in as well. In our family, for instance, Sunday evenings for family meetings, together and we go around each person what they're grateful for the past week and what they're looking forward to in the coming week. Everybody takes part, even Verity, who's 3.5 meetings, those family meetings the most. We discuss any outstanding issues and we mostly sing in our Ghanaian language. The children really grounded and connected to their roots. And then daddy prays for the family. And I believe that foster peaceful and love-filled home where we create space, each person to be heard, seen, makes the children feel loved, valued. Okay. So I'll move on swiftly to the next one, which is financial literacy. This is a big one. So it's things like saving, spending, borrowing, financial freedom. No matter what our beliefs about money are, we can all agree that it directly affects our way of life. As controversial as it might be, money is one of when it comes to preparing children for life. Discussing money and wealth should be high up on the list of priorities because let's face it, money directly affects our health, happiness, and relationships. You can't have when you're broke. You can find so much bills are piling up. It takes courage to stay thankful. So it's interesting that such an important subject, which affects every aspect of life, is not readily taught in schools. And money gives us choices and options. Money takes away kind of stress and pressure that the lack of it doesn't, money gives us choices and options, and it takes away the kind of stress and pressure associated with the lack of money. Best positions help others. Once of money, you can truly help other people. Although being kind to others, you have money and it's overflowing, you can truly go out there and be philanthropic, help other people. So from profit margins to investment and everything else in between, financial literacy is essential because it equips us with the knowledge and skills to manage money effectively. It provides a firm foundation which informs our financial decisions and actions we take or don't take throughout our lives to make us financially free or to real life much. So the impact of financial literacy cannot be overstated. And goes without saying that it's important to equip child the skill and not early on so that they can be competent and quiet to handle decisions, earning, save, spending, and all of that stuff. I'll share with you one unique way we try to nurture Prince's entrepreneurial mindset. And I mention him because he's slightly older, so he will understand it a little more. In nurturing his entrepreneurial mind, chose the house to do, and then would come to us and negotiate how much he wants to be paid for that. So, and that amount can be between £1 and it is a huge shift from the traditional way of giving children pocket money, because we believe that giving a child pocket money is synonymous with an employee mindset for the amount of money a particular day. So whereas this new way to go to pay how much they want to be paid for it develops other skills like negotiation skills and critical thinking and all of that. So you can see how everything is involved. Okay. So the next thing that I want to talk about is service to others. I find this really important, and the nature of love and passion is present for all humans right from birth. We are hardwired to help others. And this attribute, however, needs to be nurtured and encouraged for it to fully develop. So giving back and helping others gets children involved in the community. And it also raises awareness as to societal matters and injustices. Encouraging children to donate their old books and toys and clothes, for instance, helps to nurture compassion and enables the discernment to spot injustices. So through that, solutions are found to solve those problems, and it brings about positive change, and it helps create a better world for everybody. So I'll give you an example. Just at the beginning of the COVID-19 lockdown, when hand sanitizers were like liquid gold and so hard to come by, we managed to source a few gallons from a manufacturer, and we labeled and packaged them. So you can see in there, even though the picture is not very clear, we managed to get a small bulk, and we repackaged them and labeled them in Prince's brand. And these beautiful little bottles, as you can see, although we sold a few, we actually donated the majority to a few community groups so that they could be distributed to people who were in desperate need of hand sanitizers. That's a clear example of how your child's enterprise can have a huge impact. With our hardwired nature to help makes entrepreneurship a phenomenal vehicle, because through innovation and entrepreneurship, we can solve problems, in society and improve life for others, while leveraging the financial gains to make even more of a significant impact and a huge difference in other people's lives. So the thing is, greatness is not about power and authority. Instead, greatness, I believe, is about being able to be of service to others. And operating from this principle not only gives your child's enterprise a better chance of flourishing, but it also results in more fulfillment in life as a whole for them and for yourself as well. And what a beautiful gift that is to give to your child. So there are other skills, which I call soft skills, that come under this, like communication, negotiation, public speaking, networking. Obviously, all of these are age related. So take it easy on your child and see what you can begin doing with them. But I'm not going to dwell too much on this because there's so much information regarding this on Google and how to help your child develop those. Okay. I'm going to come to probably the most important part of the talk today. I am very passionate about this, and I thank you for sticking with me so far. This is very important because without this, nothing else is relevant. I would like to share with you today the purposeful parenting paradigm. I call it so, and I know it's a bit of a tongue twister. It's basically a merge between conscious parenting and intentionally developing your child's entrepreneurial capabilities, as we've seen so far. At the beginning of the presentation, I talked about how this journey of mine started when Prince was 3 years old, and I had to figure out how to become the mother that he actually needs in order to meet his needs. That's a bit of a tongue twister. I mentioned that that's how I discovered conscious parenting. So what exactly is conscious parenting? If you're in Z's group, you would know. Some call it intentional parenting, some call it peaceful parenting, some call it gentle parenting, but the principle is the same. So conscious parenting is in simple terms, it's a moment by moment practice to connect with yourself and your child from a place of love, authenticity, and acceptance rather than fear, ego, and control. It's backed by neuroscience and child development study, and it is about being mindful and conscious in all our interactions with our children, with the aim of nurturing their wholeness and their true essence. Okay. I believe that this forms the very foundation of raising children who are empowered to thrive. There are a few things I want to share with you about building the conscious parenting foundation. First of all, in my experience, it's important to acknowledge your childhood trauma and identify its impact on your parenting. Oh my goodness, there are so many adults walking about now with so much pain and hurt from childhood trauma. You know, it's easy to mask it and cover it up beautifully, but deep down, a lot of people are hurting. The reason why some parents are inclined to hit, yell at their children, degrade and shame them is most likely because that is what we experienced as a child. But the fact of the matter is that you cannot raise a child in their wholeness and nurture them to thrive in mind, body, and spirit if you're hitting them, constantly yelling at them, belittling them, and comparing them to other people. I know this is a touchy subject because that's how many of us were raised, but we need to work hard on ourselves to heal so that we do not raise traumatized adults who need to recover from their childhood. This kind of trauma sets you back in life and it holds you back in so many ways. I know because I've been there. It's the kind of trauma that breeds so much self-doubt, lack of self-esteem, lack of boundaries, lack of self-confidence. It leads to a life of people pleasing where you can't even be yourself. You can't be your true self. You can't live in your full essence. And sometimes you can't even fulfill the destiny you were brought here to do just because in your childhood, you know, your brain was wired and shaped in a way that makes you feel like you're not good enough. So let's make it our goal to raise adults who do not need to recover from their childhood. And in doing so, it is important to know your triggers, the things that get you all worked up and the things that make you yell or lash out. This takes a great deal of reflection, self-awareness, and the ability to recognize this, help manage your emotions, your feelings, and your response to your child. And it will foster a more stronger, filled relationship with your children. We need to set clear boundaries for our children and discipline them with respect. Yes, with respect. The respect has to be mutual and not shame them or, you know, discipline them with violence. We need to seek knowledge of child development and age-appropriate behavior rooted in science. We need to model the respectful behavior and the language and actions we wish our children to exhibit. So we cannot put demands on them that they need to be respectful and all of that, but then we speak to them however we want. I mean, what example are we trying to portray to them? And how are they going to learn the right way to do things if we have double standards like that? We need to foster a safe environment at home for children to express their thoughts and feelings without fear. If you're hitting and you're yelling and all of that, you know, for me, it wasn't hitting praise at the start. I never quite did that, but it was more the yelling. I couldn't help myself. I used to yell a lot. But as time went on, I went deeper to try and figure out why that was. And I realized I didn't even know my own triggers. And I share these things with you because I have been there. And so it is important for us to do a lot of self-reflection. We need to recognize that it is our role as parents to nurture and not dictate the gifts already inside our children. Our children come to us with their own gifts And it's the environment that they're born into that determines whether they live and thrive in their gifts and their true essence, or, they live to please other people. In some families, you hear, everybody's a doctor, you need to be a doctor. Everybody's a lawyer, you need to be a lawyer. Well, how about what the child wants and what they are naturally gifted at? Is that not important? Does what the child want and need not matter? Those are the things that we need to be very mindful of, so that we do not, send them off in a different trajectory and a different destiny they're not meant to be for. And then we realize they're adults living with so many masks and so many layers of baggages, I mean to say, hiding from their true selves, because they cannot even be themselves. They just live to please other people. Children thrive when the home is peaceful. They thrive when we can be their safe place. They thrive when they feel seen, heard, loved, and they thrive when they're given the opportunity to be themselves, to be creative, and have so much fun along the way. But the truth of the matter is that no matter our best intentions, we're human, we're not perfect. And the purposeful parenting journey is not about perfection. Nobody is perfect. Perfection does not exist. It's about a dedication to wanting to learn and grow as we go with our children. We will make mistakes, and every now and again, we'll have fractures in our relationships with our children. We'll yell, we'll forget what triggered us, and we'll yell. We'll forget what triggered us, and we might speak to them disrespectfully. But hopefully we would have set up the foundation and equipped them to be able to come to us and say, Mommy, and I get that a lot from the children. Verity once told me, Mommy, that's my brother. She was referring to Prince. You were not very respectful in the way you spoke to him. You need to apologize to him. And I said, Verity, I wasn't intending to be rude. I was just being assertive, but I apologize if it came across as disrespectful. I didn't mean that. So we need to try and repair any fractures in our relationship with our children, just to bring back the trust. We need to make sure that we're the safe space for them, because there's so much happening in the world. If they cannot come to us, they'll go to somebody else. And trust me, it's not nice. So that is how to nurture your child to become the very best they can be, both in mind, body, and spirit, and to live to be the very best that they can be. So the purposeful parenting paradigm basically creates the foundation you need to support your child to build an enterprise around their natural gifts and talents and their unique interest and their true essence. So finally, some of the resources that I shared, like I said, was the Big Life Journal. If you go onto my website, Purposeful Parenting Paradigm, you can actually access it from there. It pops up. I'll see if I'll be able, because I'm an affiliate as well, I'll see if I'll be able to get some discount codes and all of that for you guys. I have an ebook coming out soon. It's called Raising Young Entrepreneurs, the Purposeful Parenting Paradigm. And it's basically a guide to develop your child's entrepreneurial capabilities, no matter their age, so that they'll be empowered and purposefully positioned for a life of endless opportunities and limitless possibilities. In this book as well, I give you a 3-step process to develop a business idea based on your child's interest and, the unique essence. As I keep going on and on about it, is so important. You cannot force your child to build a business they do not love. It has to be about them and their interest. Otherwise, it will not survive. It's not sustainable. And they have to enjoy it. You have to enjoy supporting them to do it. And that's how you can make a true impact. So in this book, I go even further to give you 25 business ideas you can actually help your child to explore right now, depending on their age. And yes, I thank you for your time and for listening. And I'm very grateful for the opportunity to be able to come and share this with you. Thank you so much, Z, and thank you all, ladies and gentlemen, if we have a few with us. I'm going to stop sharing screen now. Stop share. Oh yeah, I'm back. Hi, Z. I think you're on mute. Yeah, I can hear you
thank you
now.
so much. Thank
Oh,
you
you're
so much,
welcome.
Britta.
You're welcome. Thank you for
Yes,
having me.
nice, absolutely fabulous session.
Oh, thank you.
You have a few questions. Somebody is asking, do you do emotion coaching for kids and adults?
I personally don't. That's why I go onto that platform to try and get the resources, to pull the resources together. So I have some resources that I use personally, but I don't actually emotional coach. What I do is actually support parents from identifying, if they want to support their child to build an enterprise around their interests. We do not just go straight to the business aspect. We go from the angle of trying to understand their parenting journey. And then of course I can support and give tips and ideas, but I don't do emotional coaching as an exclusive thing. I can use the resources that I have drawn and pulled together to support you, but it's not like an exclusive package that I do. It's all part of the journey. I don't know if that answers the question.
Yes, it does. Okay. So I have a question. What if I have a situation where my child wants to do something, but he has this interest, but I just don't feel I can take on that right now. Like, for example, a child telling you that he wants to start a car wash business. How do you go about that?
We need to be realistic as well, okay, in terms of support for them, because how old are they? There's so many factors involved in this. My little boy, Prince, he's going to be 7. He can say, I want to start a car wash business, but is it age appropriate? Can he go off on his own and do car washing for other people? He can't. So there are so many factors to consider when the children come up with ideas. And maybe, it's about asking, can we see if we can watch the family car, for instance, to have practice? And maybe when you're a little older, you could do that. Saying when you're a little older, you could do that doesn't mean you are discouraging them. They just need a bit of practice with that, and it has to be age dependent. But if they're older, by all means, it's about, again, in terms of age, if they're probably like 14, 15, and 16, you will be liaising with the people they're going to. It's not like you have to be physically present there, but you're probably liaising and you know exactly where they're going. It's things like that, but you don't have to be physically present there. So there are various ways around it, and each individual case has various elements and factors, and that's where I come in to be able to support you.
All right. So what's your coaching like? Can we know?
Okay, so at the moment, after the book comes out, there will be a program, an online course, okay, that will be for about 6 weeks, and it takes you on a journey from the parenting, your personal journey, up until developing a business idea and all of that, and it will walk through you step by step. In the same vein as well, I can support you right from the inception of the idea to branding. There are various elements of it. You probably have the idea already, but then if you need just how to package that idea as well, I can help you because I've got vast experience in that. So it really depends. It's not the kind of thing that's, like a blanket thing. All cases are different. So we can always have a chat regarding what your needs are, and then we'll take it from there. Can you hear me at all? Z, I think we lost you. I think we lost Z. She'll be back soon. Whilst we're waiting for Z, can I just get some feedback? Did you enjoy it, ladies? And I think we have a gentleman with us. How was it for you? Did you find it useful at all? Moyin, did you find the talk useful?
Yes, very useful. Very, very, very useful. I'm so blessed to be in this program. I'm so blessed. And I've learned a lot. I've gained a lot from this, from how you've
Yes, I
discussed
have
today.
as well.
We are so blessed to have you in our midst.
Oh, thank you so much. It's lovely to have you here. Yesterday, I learned so much as well. And I was just taking notes and screenshotting some of the things that were coming up. So we'll just, oh, wow, you've been taking notes. Oh, wow.
Same here. Same here.
Oh, awesome, awesome, awesome. Right. What I forgot to mention actually was the fact that if you would like the ebook when it's ready, I just actually received it. It's all been proofread and I have to do some revisions to it and then it will be available for sale. It goes through everything so much and more that I've covered in the presentation today. It was just 40 minutes. I couldn't fit everything in, but the ebook gives you so much. So if you would like, if you're interested in the ebook, you can just drop me an email. I'm happy to give it to Z to share it again, and I'll let you know when it's ready. It's an ebook, so it's easy to just purchase and download it instantly. And then, you can have access to the wealth of information. And I'm creating a Facebook groups very soon as well, so you can join and we can explore ideas together and share all sorts. So I look forward to that, ladies. It'll be lovely to have you.
I would like to have one.
Oh, would you?
Like to
okay. Oh, that would be wonderful. So yes, I wouldn't oh, thank you.
Hello, Britta.
Oh yeah, Z is back.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Back there. It just booted me out.
Yes, it's the internet.
Round up, you're done.
I am. I'm done. Yes.
So we can actually.
So thank you again, ladies. Have a wonderful day, and gentlemen.
Thank you. Bye.
You're welcome. Bye.
Sorry, I didn't know I was mute. I said we are rounding up now. We are coming back on the next session in about 10 minutes. So we'll take the testimonials, then the next session, please. Okay. Yeah, so we'll be having Mr. Emmanuel Akako talk to us. He's an ACE National Training Coordinator. And it's going to be an amazing session. Some of us have thought about Christian education, and maybe you want to do this in your own homeschool. So you need to come back and listen. It's going to be an amazing time. All right, so let's say bye.
Bye.
And see you soon.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello, everybody. Can see you. Bye.
Bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thank you, Peter. Thank you.
Welcome. It's an absolute pleasure. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.